Wedding planning slowly descends into chaos. Now there's asbestos? I am not op. You, poems and pup and pasta is the op. December 2021. https www.reddit.com/r/wedding/comments/re44n1/alternate ideas to a wedding howl ftl. Context equals 3. Hey, so my partner and I are working on our unconventional wedding plan now. And we have come up with an idea that we're pretty happy with. Essentially, we're booking a mansion in a beautiful mountain region with lots of local accommodation for a few days. The property has enough bedrooms for our immediate family to stay there comfortably plus room for people to camp. We're going to be there for about 3 days. The first say is just my partner and I. The second our immediate family. And on the third we'll have a big lunch with our extended family and friends and they'll be able to camp or stay nearby. We'll be setting up a get ready room in the house with makeup, irons and steamers, hairdressing equipment etc. for those who are camping but might want to glam up a bit. Throughout we'll be having bushwalks, fishing, movie watching and all other kinds of cute things. The property has goats and cows and such, so plenty for the kids to have a play with. There's a nearby bathhouse, so on the second day all the women in the family will go there to have some luxurious time while the men go fishing. I promise we're not heteronormative, but I come from an indigenous culture with certain roles. It's going to be intensive but with people we love and care about. The ceremony is cultural, so will only involve a very small collection of people directly involved. And all other celebration will be communal and orientated around food. We'll have about 40 guests total. I'm very shy but I love my family, so we developed this plan to focus on what we care about and to eliminate pressure of time constraints and schedules and stuff. We just want to hang out with people we care about and be in love. I don't know if this sounds like it might work for you, but if it does, feel free to message and I can give suggestions for how we've planned stuff. January 2022. https www.reddit.com/r/wedding/comments/rvmk60/ is it really that awful to invite people to the My fiancé and I are planning a small and informal wedding for September. We're renting out a huge house in a mountainous bush region, NSW, Australia, for a few days where we'll be staying with family, and there's lots of very close accommodation if anyone would prefer to stay off-site. We'll be having the ceremony followed by an intimate dinner with our immediate family on one day. And the following day we'll have a catered reception for about 40 people with speeches, dancing and a welcome to country with smoking ceremony. My family is Aboriginal. My fiancé's is not. Our actual wedding ceremony will be just parents, siblings and celebrant, and will have elements of my culture, but as my fiancé is agnostic and has some trauma around Christianity, it will be otherwise secular. We love this idea because we don't like formality and time pressure of most weddings in which everything is packed into a few hours. And we don't want to have to share something we consider to be sacred. Also has closed practices involved. With random relatives we only see once a year. Also, the whole pandemic thing. I thought everyone close to us loved this idea as well. But recently someone on my fiancé's family referred to it dismissively as a house party, and told us that people want to come to see us married, not for a lunch. At first I was pretty annoyed by the comment, but now I'm second guessing it all. Would you be upset if you weren't invited to the ceremony? September 2022. I wanted to lose a few kgs before the wedding and haven't tried my dress on for a couple of months. The seamstress doesn't think she can fix it and wedding is in 3 weeks, loudly crying. Pictures are here. https www.reddit.com/r/wedding/comments/xh7760/I wanted to lose a few kgs before the wedding and October 3rd, 2022. My mom pressured me to get my cake made by her friend, who is apparently a professional baker. They just sent me this photo of the trial. Suffice to say it's not what I ordered. Post has since been deleted. But it's a disaster. I've found it in the Wayback Machine. https web.archive.org/web/20221004181655/https www.reddit.com/r/weddingshaming/comments/xtmntl/my mom pressured me to get my cake made by her. October 5th, 2022. I didn't have ceremony site closed because someone dumped asbestos in the creek on my wedding disaster bingo card. But at least I finally got a cake. https www.reddit.com/r/weddingshaming/comments/xvkpm/I didn't have ceremony site closed because someone. So if anyone saw my disaster wedding cake trial, you'll know I've kind of been going through it this week. I've had last-minute drastic dress alterations, a forecast of torrential rain to interrupt my outdoor ceremonies, decorations not arriving, anti-vax aunties threatening to gate crash, my mom's delusional baking friend and her crumbling atrocity. And now I just got word that the smoking ceremony, welcome to country, I had planned for the morning of my wedding will have to be cancelled or shifted to another, less personally special location, because someone decided to dump asbestos in the creek. I'm done. I paid $500 for a rush order cake, and more than my dress was even worth in alterations. I've had to call off plans and update relatives with an ever-changing itinerary. But this has truly destroyed me. If you're thinking of just eloping, just elope. Update. It got worse. My dad had an accident and is in hospital and might not make the wedding at all. Some people messaged asking for an update, I guess hoping for a happy ending, but unfortunately I don't think that's going to happen. I've been crying all day. If Dad can't be there, the wedding will be cancelled completely, and I guess we'll just have a party with friends and family. October 10th, 2022. If you saw my cake disaster in our wedding shaming, here's the update. After so many things going wrong, I was so happy to have this turn out well. https www.reddit.com/r/wedding/comments/y03wp3/if you saw my cake disaster in our wedding shaming. About the cake. Lemon butter cake with lemon curd and buttercream filling. I didn't actually end up getting to try any, but apparently it was delicious. About her father. We were able to borrow him from the hospital for a few hours. He was in a scooter and was high on painkillers, so his speech was very weird, but it meant so much that he could actually be there. Hard. Kinda sparse on the drama details, but the Wayback photo of that cake made it all worth it. Sweet merciful Christ, it looks like the time my mom let me decorate my own birthday cake when I was 7. I can't believe anyone thought that was wedding quality. She looks so beautiful in the final photo. This post, though, is precisely the reason why I just want to elope. Weddings just seem like way more trouble than they're worth. Jesus Christ, everything that could have gone wrong with that wedding did. Dress not fitting. Someone dumped asbestos in the river. That trial cake. Her dad in the hospital. But you know what? It looks like everything turned out okay in the end. Which is the important bit. I'm glad I clicked on the final picture. This poor woman. Glad it turned out beautiful though. I'm a COVID bride who just eloped with my husband and our photographers in Mount Tam State Park. Sample sale dress and grocery store cake. But it was perfect for us. Snuck in our Airbnb cat who slept over with us the night before. People want to come and see us married, not for a lunch. My stomach strongly objects. Poor Oop. After all that, she didn't get to even try her cake. And I bet her mom's friend was like, mine looked just as good. When my friend got married, I lost significant weight between measurements and the first fitting. I was so busy and she was studying for the bar. So I didn't think to give a heads up. I was fully prepared to pay the dressmaker to remake the dress and he was like, I got this. It's my gift to you. JFC that just got more and more bonkers as it went on. Her mother and her baking friend are truly delusional though. The detail at the end that the father, who had been in an accident and was still in treatment, gave a very interesting speech while on painkillers. Lol. Hopefully he recovers and Oop can tease him about it for many years. I'm so confused by that first cake lol. Yikes. Note to self. Always ask what kind of professional baker someone is. Oof. I have no words. Really sounds like Oop just had her own personal series of unfortunate events. Some of it is in family, I'll admit, but most of it really does just seem to be accident and misfortune. Wishing her all the best ahead in her marriage. But why did Oop not get to taste her own delicious sounding and looking cake? At least everything else came together in the end for the most part. My god, that wedding cake is absolutely amazing. I'd save that picture and tell that story to my grandkids. Update. It got worse. How? Question mark. This woman had the most cursed wedding ever. Oop sounds like such a delight. God, I feel bad. It's one thing to have your wedding fall apart from lack of planning. But it's so much worse when it's because of other people. Hope her father was fine. Ah, she looked great at the end and the dress fit and the cake looks amazing. It must have been stressful though through the whole process. Oh, wow. I think I would have just postponed the wedding to next year. Get dad healthy. Get the asbestos out of the creek. She looked lovely, as did the second cake. So I'm glad they managed to pull it off. She didn't even get to taste her cake smiling face with terror. The updates from September onwards are missing the first letter of each paragraph. Just to let you know. This sounds like my wedding, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. Customized wedding shoes we spent hundreds on were an absolute disaster. Cake went AWOL for a few hours. Father of the groom in hospital a week before the wedding with heart issues. Maid of honor broke her leg. Then the groom came down with a sudden and almost fatal illness. He was left out the morning of the wedding for a few hours before he had to go back to hospital. Spent the next 2 years seriously ill. Parents' house was broken into whilst they were at the wedding. Oh. And the brother of the groom disappeared the night of the wedding and no one heard from him for 2 days. Woman facepalming. Ah, poor girl. So much stress.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.